Alright, so this is your last set of like introductory notes before we start going through the process of meiosis. And I think the first question that you should be looking at, I'm not sure what page this is, but it would be about the third page on the notes I uploaded on Google Drive. The top questions should say, should gametes be genetically identical? Well, no, we don't want everything to be exactly the same. We want some genetic diversity. What that means is we want different combinations of genes and alleles to be able to come together so everybody has a unique set of DNA. We don't want everyone to be exactly genetically the same. That can lead to mutations. It can lead to genetic diseases being prevalent. Think royal families. Hemophilia was very common in, or fairly common in, I think it was the Russian royal family. Why? They married cousins and they didn't have a very diverse gene pool. So we're going to get some genetic diversity through two main ways. One is going to be genetic recombination. Essentially what we're saying is that we're going to have two different sets of chromosomes going to come together during fertilization because we get one from our mom and one from our dad. And that's going to happen every single time. And if we have 4 choices of gametes from dad, that can possibly be coming together. So every time for meiosis, we make 4, and we make 4, and we make 4, and every time we're going to be making something different. That gives us lots of possibilities to come together with the DNA from mom to give you a genetically unique baby. And the other thing is going to be random alignment. So what we're saying is that when those chromosomes line up in the middle of the cell to be separated, they're going to line up randomly during that. And so we're kind of going to get, some go here and some go there, and so every time they split, it's going to give us a little bit of a unique set of haploid DNA in those gametes. All right, and then the last 2 words we need to know would be spermatogenesis and oogenesis. So spermatogenesis is going to be meiosis in males to produce sperm, right? Females aren't producing any sperm. If you are, you got some issues. So males are going to produce sperm. And here's the kicker about guys. Guys, you are producing sperm every day, thousands of sperm. So every time you get one cell divide through meiosis, remember you're going to get 4 new haploid cells. So you're doing this every single day, making thousands of new sperm. Oogenesis is going to happen in females, so we're talking about meiosis to produce eggs. This is going to occur once a month. Ladies, this is when you will ovulate. So you're going to have one germ cell once a month is going to produce 1 egg. Now, if you remember, we told you that meiosis, remember, is going to produce 1, 2, 3, 4 cells from one original cell. So the question is, how do you get just 1 egg from what should be 4 gametes that are formed? Well, what happens is we get only 1 egg that forms, one actual fertile, genetically viable egg that can be fertilized, and then we get something else called polar bodies. So we're going to get 3 polar bodies, and we're going to get 1 egg. And together, that's going to be your 4 cells that are produced via meiosis that we should get. So these polar bodies, these aren't going to be fertile. We're not going to get sperm coming to them to produce a baby, so it's going to be about this 1 egg that's made. But there's your big difference between guys and girls is guys, you're going to produce it every day. Girls, you're going to go through that once. And then we all know, or we should all know, that women eventually are going to get to menopause, which is going to be that time period where you are just no longer fertile anymore and your body is not going to ovulate. Guys, you will just, keep producing sperm. Now, the older you get, though, the less viable sperm can be, right? So you're not young anymore, and your body's just not essentially producing the fertile sperm that it used to when you were younger. So from here, we're going to go into our process of meiosis, and you should have those pictures in your notebook. If you don't have those pictures in your notebook, check out online. They should be online as well. And we are going to go through the 2 divisions, the process of meiosis, and the differences next.